讲牛埔最近较出名，电脑一找就知影。咱落南二哥免探听，关庙向东一直行。123年好命，开车免半点钟。来到龙湖宫就越正平，阮牛埔就伫个目睭前。
Xinhua was called Damujiang in the past. The name is in the language of Siraya, one of the Pingpu aborigines ramified in Taiwan. In the day of Dutch rule period, they noticed that the indigenous people living in southern Taiwan did not have their own written language. Then, the Dutch taught them using romanization system to state Damujiang. The spelling is Tavocan. In Taiwanese, it sounds like Tobacco, and it describes Xinhua as a spectacular place that full of trees and hills. Many of the crops and goods were transported through Xinhua because of the convenient water and land transportation. It connected the trading between the capital city and remote mountains, making it a good trading hub. In addition to agriculture, Xinhua had animal husbandry and the forestry industry. Experimental Forest of NCCU, Agriculture and Livestock Research Institute under Council of Agriculture, all set up in Xinhua. With this, research conducted brings Xinhua a different feature. Due to the concentration of population, most of the bamboo forest disappeared, but the early rural scenery is well preserved in badlands. Bamboo is the most precious resources in the rural area because the bamboo shoots can be food, the leaves can be the wrapping material for making rice dumplings, and the bamboo poles can be used as building materials. And all this stuff come from the badlands. My parents did bamboo weaving since I was young. Under the influence of my parents, I learned how to do it even before I went to elementary school. After I graduated, my father taught me that I could do bamboo weaving as a career if I am interested in it. In the beginning, I made the basic rice washer strainer as my parents did. Then I started to design my own creation. I was working hard on creating bamboo weaving, for I didn't have any drawing for reference. My ideas are conceived when I am cooking, eating, and even sleeping. We are in Longqi Soil and Water Conservation Educational Park. Mudstone is the most important and well-known rock in Badlands. Plants can barely survive on mudstone due to its high salinity, so the hill is bare in this area. The cementation of mudstone is poor, so it turns into powder when you rub it with hands. Due to the same reason, it's easy to form erosion gullies after raining. Mudstone is a fine-grained sedimentary rock, which makes water move slowly to the underground, so it forms an impervious layer above the ground. When water flows through the surface, it creates the erosion gullies as well. To sum up, the bare surface, steep slope, and erosion gullies are the three major features of mudstone. So where we are is one of the most important mudstone areas in southern Taiwan, and we name it Badlands. It's hard for plants to grow, it's easy for the river to be blocked. Also, it's common for the road to collapse. These are the negative side effects of mudstone. Reservoirs require impervious material to hold water. The Nanhua Reservoir and Zhengwen Reservoir in Tainan are taking advantage of impervious surface provided by mudstone. However, some people are up to no good try to set up a landfill as well. I expect the youth can remember that it's the hard work of people fighting against the construction of landfill, so that the Badlands remain its beauty until now. Therefore, I wish people not only cherish the scenery, but share the story to the others as well. Damujiang tribe might form in 1626, but disbanded by the Dutch between 1655 to 1658 because the Dutch could not govern people of Damujiang effectively. They merged the part of the tribe members with Xingang tribe in Xinshi, and the other part of the tribe members migrated to Xinhe and Kobi, passing through Sansejia along the river. In the area around Kobi Elementary School, you can identify that the residents are indigenous people by their surnames, such as Biao, Ai, and Wan. According to our survey, there are 37 Aboriginal temples in Xinhua, where the Aborigines worship ancestors. It indicates that this place is an active area of the Aborigines. We are now in the square of Baoshen Temple. According to historical records, there was a small port called Yangzaigang in Damujiang. Boats can drive and dock in Yangzaigang to export deer skin to Japan, since there were a lot of deer active in the Xinhua at that time. The reason why Xinhua is so charming is that Xinhua preserves a great amount of Japanese-era historic buildings, such as Xinhua District Council House, the Yanghui Literature Memorial Hall, the Xinhua Old Street, Xinhua Butokudian, the cluster of Japanese-style buildings, Hong'andian, and the Public Hall. All of them combined and formed the Dobagang Culture District. As a result, I would deem Xinhua to be a charming city with a profound culture. From Badlands to Xinhua, everyone could experience the barren Badlands and the tombs in the remote mountains throughout the route. It may seem that this area has declined for the past few years. However, it provides a unique ecological environment. What's more, the Light Festival has already held in Longqi Badlands for 2 years. It attracts a lot of tourists to Longqi. Also, it promotes local traditional bamboo industry. NCKU also have a USR project focused on Badlands, hoping to promote the industry and culture of bamboo in order to boost the tourism in this area.